Prose is architecture and the Baroque age is over. But man is not made for defeat. A man can be destroyed but not defeated. When words fail, the hammer drops, living can never be its own excuse. I had never known any man to die while speaking in terza rima. The way to make people trustworthy is to trust them. There is no better city than Paris in which to love. There is no worse city than Paris in which to love and to lose. The one who is doing the work and getting satisfaction from it is not the one poverty is hard on. She had the lovely high cheekbones for arrogance. Under the black hat, when I had first seen them, the eyes had been those of an unsuccessful rapist. While I had been angry, I had demoted him from Scott to Fitzgerald. Ernest Hemingway once advised prose artists to write hard and clear about what hurts. Keep your head clear and know how to suffer like a man. Or a fish. If you had stars inside your brain cells, you'd probably understand what I am talking about. The most essential gift for a good writer is a built-in, shock-proof, shit detector. This is the writer's radar and all great writers have had it. There are only two places in the world where we can live happy, at home and in Paris. I wished I had died before I loved anyone but her. The priest was good but dull. The officers were not good but dull. The king was good but dull. The wine was bad but not dull. All right, said Nick. Let's get drunk. All right, Bill said. Let's get really drunk. My big fish must be somewhere. I do not need to get used to your silence. I already know it. I quite possibly love all of it. I'm going to stay with you. If you go to jail, we might as well both go. You may not believe this. No one believes this, but it is true. When you love, you wish to do things for. You wish to sacrifice for. You wish to serve. I'm not brave anymore, darling. I'm all broken. They've broken me. The world breaks every one and afterward many are strong at the broken places. You will be good to me, won't you? Because we're going to have a strange life. Now is no time to think of what you do not have. Think of what you can do with what there is. Let him think that I am more man than I am and I will be so. Why do old men wake so early? Is it to have one longer day? I may not be as strong as I think, but I know many tricks and I have resolution. No one should be alone in their old age, he thought. There is nothing to writing. All you do is sit down at a typewriter and bleed. There's no one thing that's true. It's all true. I am thee and thou art me and all of one is the other. And if thou dost not love me, I love thee enough for both. The world is a fine place and worth fighting for and I hate very much to leave it. Discipline must come from trust and confidence. I loved you when I saw you today and I loved you always, but I never saw you before. You can't get away from yourself by moving from one place to another. The three of us sat at the table, and it seemed as though about 6 people were missing. I mistrust all frank and simple people, especially when their stories hold together. The 1,000 times he had proved it meant nothing. Now he was proving it again. I had learned already never to empty the well of my writing. Never go on trips with anyone you do not love. The story was writing itself and I was having a hard time keeping up with it. He liked the works of his friends, which is beautiful as loyalty but can be disastrous as judgment. I wished I had died before I ever loved anyone but her. His talent was as natural as the pattern, made by dust on a butterfly's wings. We're always lucky, I said, and like a fool I did not knock on wood. In those days we did not trust anyone who had not been in the war. We won't quarrel, baby. I love you too much. But don't be a fool. No, that is the great fallacy, the wisdom of old men. They do not grow wise. They grow careful. Why, darling, I don't live at all when I'm not with you. He was just a coward and that was the worst luck any many could have. I suppose if a man has something once, always something of it remains. Today is only one day in all the days that will ever be. My life used to be full of everything. Now if you aren't with me, I haven't a thing in the world. There isn't any me. I'm you. Don't make up a separate me. The coward dies 1,000 deaths, the brave but one.